Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be analyzing a lot of stocks as well as giving some trade idea setups as well. You guys have been really liking the videos and the comments. I appreciate it, and I like it if you comment more and like the videos, as it's free to do and very quick, and a lot of people will benefit, right? Because it reaches more people. So today there was a lot of plays ripping face in the morning time. I mentioned about the multi-day setup, right? Remember the BTOG, this one just ended up popping off today. I've been mentioning it for a few days now, around 25 cents, or it was on 30 cents, right? And then it's ripped to $1 today. So I'm happy for you guys if you banked on this trade setup. BTOG was a really good multi-day runner. This was a crypto type of stock, right, in that space. And if you know anything about these crypto stocks or Bitcoin in general, you're going to see a lot of hype and momentum in this sector, because this year Bitcoin is breaking all-time highs, as well as crypto stocks are on a tear, right, as you've been seeing lately. This is not the only stock. You noticed BTCS, another one, was a really nice runner. It ended up popping off today, over $8. So CAN was another one. There's a lot of Bitcoin stocks to go over. If you are interested in those type of stocks, maybe comment down below so people could check it out. So there was other multi-day setups as well that I'm going to be going over today. For another example is UPXI. This one I mentioned it literally yesterday, right? Yesterday's YouTube video. And it ended up just making a really nice pop, and it's still looking like a multi-day setup. UPXI. Another multi-day setup, a lot of bulls banked on, was open. This one, it went all the way to 229. And looking at right now, it's still trying to crawl over that $2 area. Really nice price action on these multi-day movers. And I also give swing trade ideas as well. AREC was another one. I mentioned it right around $1 and ended up ripping all the way to 161. So that's a really nice gain. That's like a 61% gain in just a few days, right? Some other stocks people are banking on. SBET, this one just ripping face again, as I mentioned many times. TMC, another one. So in the morning time, I gave a swing trade idea, CPOP. This one I mentioned it around, I think it was like around 75 cents or 80 cents. I said that it was starting to pop, right? And the thing is, I mentioned on stock tweets that I'm not going to be mentioning specific prices anymore. This is the reason why, because if you know about trading, right, half of the players in this game are short sellers, in my opinion, right, bears. So let's say I have a lot of followers, right? And again, everything I say is just my opinion, just financial. It's not financial advice, just entertainment. But let's say, in my opinion, I say a stock 150 is good, $1.50 is good, and then a lot of newer traders also follow me, right? So I don't want people getting burned, right? Let's say shorts, they put like walls, or like they try to short when stock's trying to break out. So that's gonna cause a huge drop. I've been noticing lately in pre-market, when I share a trade idea, for example, I share a trade idea, let's say 150 break or 2 break, and then I just see a massive red flush. I mean, I don't know what's going on. It's like, short sellers, I don't know what's going on with that, but in my opinion, I don't think it's a good idea to give specific price targets. I know there's many channels out there that do premium alerts. You pay for that, and they do signals and stuff, but I said I'm never gonna do that. It's just not my thing. I know they probably make like 6 figures doing that, but I really want people to learn how to fish rather than giving them a fish. I hope people know what I'm saying, right? So basically what I'm trying to do is help people try to get, like, understand, use my experience to try to help people. So if I just say 150 good or 2 good and then people blindly buy it, yeah, you could obviously make money. But what happens if, like I said, shorts just flush or just really bad? Then people are going to have bad experience, right? As well as you're not really learning anything, right? If I say like $1 or $2, and people know by now how I trade, so that's just my opinion. So CPOP, I said, was starting to pop. And if you know anything about the level, 75-cent pivot, very important, quarter interval, it ended up just ripping face all the way to 118, which is a really big percent gain. It was a really clean move as well. There was no sort of choppiness. It just did like a flag and then just rip face. That was really nice win today, CPOP. The next one I mentioned, UAVS. This one I think I have news. I mentioned it right at that first candle. I mentioned it at 173. You could check the time. I mentioned right when it started, and then it made a really nice extension to 237. That's a really nice gain. So I hope people banked on this. This was another clean name. You could look at it, it was just like it was going sideways, up, sideways, up. It was just in an up movement, so it's really easy to trade, in my opinion. So UAVS was a really nice win. I also mentioned this one last night on my watch list. So if you swang trade this, you were up big, right? So UAVS really nice. Next one, NAOV. This one I mentioned it. I think it was like $1, and then ended up going to 135, which is a 35% gain. That's a really nice gain. So if you look at the chart on NAOV, this is the thing I'm mentioning earlier, where a stock tries to break out, but you see massive selling going on. And I'm not saying that bears are out to get, out to push stock down. I'm just saying that when I see a stock pull back, I want to see like obviously red candles. There's gonna be red candles, but it hold trend and then like flag micro pullback, and then make new highs. I don't want to see this type of action where you see a move up. Let's say from goes from 1 to 130, and then it drops to 80 cents. It drops like 60 cents. Just just like I put know what I'm saying. It's like a nasty pattern. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to see that. So NLV, it was nice win. I think I had news as well. Next trade. This one, MEIP. I mentioned it right at that first pop as well. I mentioned it around 680. No, it was like 630. And then it just ripped face vertical to 1145. That was a massive, massive win. I hope people caught the trade. I mentioned it right at the first candle. And that was a really clean win. If you know if you watch my videos, what's the biggest thing that made this move so quick? So the answer would be float. The float is micro float. Only 6 million float. Anything under 30 million is low float, in my opinion, right? So a lot of traders that have been trading many years as well, they also look for these low floaters in the morning time, especially pre-market, because that is when the moves are biggest, right? So MEIP was really nice. I think this was a biotech, right? You have MIE Pharma. Next one is CYCC. This one I mentioned in the past many times. If you pull up the chart, you could check. This is a multi-day setup. If you know my setup, this is one of my top 10 strategies where the stock makes a big move up and then it pulls back. It holds. It could be more than a day. Sometimes it takes a couple days, right? It'll consolidate. What's the bigger trend? And then ends up just ripping face. Today, we'll look at this. It goes from $8 to 18. That's a $10 gain in, what is it, like an hour? So if you use like 1K shares, that's $8,000 an hour, guys. Like, I'm telling you guys, I'm not saying it's easy, but I don't think there's any other job in this world that's like trading, right? Think about it. You work at I used to work at like retail, right? You work at, let's say, a job, right? You get like $20 an hour, $10 an hour, and they trading. Look at this potential, guys. This is what I'm trying to say every day, just trying to motivate people. And I'm not trying to say it's easy, and I'm not trying to say that you're gonna catch the bottom, sell the top. That's far from the truth, but this is why I'm posting videos, guys. I'm just trying to help, because it's crazy how in just 1 hour you make like $8 moves, 100% moves, 50% move, 20% move. So that was really nice. And there's a lot more stocks to go over. ARBK. ARBK, same situation as BTOG I mentioned in the previous video, right? I mean, this video, BTOG was a crypto Bitcoin type of stock. ARBK, similar situation. This is a higher float, so probably shorts got trapped. This one made a multi-day move. It was just consolidating in a tight channel type of action, and then just reface. It made like a cup pattern as well. The thing is, if you notice my trading strategies and patterns, if there's multiple alignment, like confluence, there's a lot of factors combining together that makes the move higher. That's kind of like a secret, where if you're trading, you want to have as many factors to your edge, as well as it's called edge, where you want to have a high probability, right? If you're trading, you don't want to just just randomly like throw a dart, right? You don't want to just say just YOLO and just flip a coin on any stock. You want to have factors that align with your edge. Like, what are you good at? You could check your statistic. There's many websites out there. I actually pay for like a trading software where they track your metric, like you track your data, right? So you want to do what you're good at. Me primarily, I'm good at low float, anything under 30 million, right? Some people are good with higher float stocks. Some people are good at trading breakouts. Some people are good at trading dips. Some people are good at trading multi-day. It's all about personality as well. So RK was a really good win. This one is still holding right now. I'm watching it right now. It's over 50 cents and it's still holding. So there's a lot of plays, man, today that reface. and a lot of swing trade ideas as well. I mentioned today a new swing trade idea, WWR. I mentioned it in pre-market around 75 cents. It's right now, looking at right now, it's up 20%. Yeah, it's up a lot. It's up 20%. That's a really nice gain. And WWR, the what caught my attention was it was similar to AREC. I mentioned that earlier, where this was a swing traded there, right? AREC is like a mineral type of play, and you saw TMC was making a monster move. I'm gonna be going over that later, as well as GNS. You guys already know y'all love that stock, and so do I. So, WWR is a I'm not gonna go deep into fundamental because I'm more a technical trader, but this is a similar type of stock, right? Westwater resource. So this one's already up a lot, guys. You're already banking if you took the trade idea. So if you appreciate the swing trade ideas as well, comment down below what type of setups are you interested in swing trading. Do you like trading sector plays? Do you like trading technical multi swings? I'm just interested, guys. Open, this was another one I mentioned many times. Open, this one just rip face today, made a multi-day pop all the way to 229. You want to see again, I said I'm not going to say prices, but you want to see the support hold and then make a new leg higher. So those were the plays today, just crazy. There's more plays, but I don't want to make the video too long. There's a lot more plays that ended up ripping face today. And I share traded this every day around the same time at 7:45 a.m. Eastern time, right? So another one, IXHL. This was a monster. Right now I'm looking at right now ripping face. I mentioned many times. I really like the fact that this was a penny. I said many times I'm really like fond of pennies. I like trading pennies under dollar because they make the biggest moves up, right? So that was IXHL. Next one was also TDTH. This one is just a monster. I mentioned many times. Looking at it right now, it's just like pulling away, just going straight to moon. It went from $1 to 160 right now, 166. And this one, some people are saying it's similar to SBET, or that one I mentioned at 15 and ended up just ripping to like 40. So TDTH, keep this on watch as well. WGRX, this one I mentioned, it was a thin name. So basically what that means, if a stock is thin, that means it takes a little volume for it to rip face, right? Example, if a stock is thick, like you might need, let's say you need 1 million shares for it to pop and go crazy, right? But a thin name, even just 1,000 shares, like very small volume can make it just rip. That's the definition of thin. So the thing with thin names is that it's risky and it's also rewarding. So basically when a stock is thin, for example, let's say you add 1,000 shares of a stock that's thin and then ends up going crazy, like ripping up $2 based on tape. You're big, right? But what happens if it goes down and it's thin? It's gonna basically be really spready. So you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught in a knife. So basically it's gonna drop big and you can't even react to it unless you have like a hard stop or you're like really quick, right? Quick trader. So that's the good and the bad when it comes to these thin names. And that also same for low float. If you trade low float, it goes the same thing, same way. It goes up very nice, but at the same time, if you're not quick or if you're not experienced, where you don't have the technical down, it could end up in a really ugly situation, right, with these low floaters. So that's why I said many times, guys, you really want to trade with small size, in my opinion, not financial advice, but small size, as well as use paper trading. If you have only been trading a few weeks, guys, I highly recommend to paper trade, because you're gonna end up in a situation, in my opinion, where you end up losing big, and you're gonna be emotionally hurt, emotionally like in a bad situation, right? Because I've been there. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've been through many losses, guys, and stock 7 years, and losses are just part of the game. So that's pretty much the video, and some swing trade ideas I mentioned earlier. WWR, that one was interesting, and I'm gonna be making a post on StockTwits Twitter and YouTube either tonight, I think tonight, where I'm gonna ask again, like every weekend. I did it for like 4 weeks now in a row, where I ask for your guys' swing trade ideas. So if you want, put a comment down there, tag the stock, and I'm gonna be making a video Saturday where I'm gonna be going over. I have thousands of people that follow me, so it's gonna be nice. If you guys are bullish on the stock, they could maybe look it up. So if you want, you could write some DD, that means like some information on it, so I could post it on the video. the thing about GNS and TMC is that they still look really bullish on the daily chart. I don't see anything bad about GNS. Where if it goes under, let's say, $1 and goes towards 50 cents, then yes, that's definitely more bearish territory. But looking at it right now, it's still 141, $1.40. I mean, it's not bearish at all. If you have any more information on the stock, like specific opinions, write down in the comments. A lot of people that follow my videos are bulls of GNS, and I'm gonna be making another topic on it tomorrow, likely on YouTube, but I'm gonna be mentioning it. But honestly, I'm telling you guys honestly, it doesn't look bad at all to me. GNS and TMC, same situation. I mentioned this many times for weeks, and it's still, the daily chart looks great, just pulling away. And this stock is probably gonna keep trending higher. It's in a really bullish sector, especially with this administration, right? So if you've been enjoying the videos, guys, appreciate a like, and I'm gonna be making another video tomorrow, Saturday, going over the swing